chapter 18. I have one question for you. Who used your phone today? Everyone, right? Everyone, okay? So, you have been, which means that you have been using electrical materials, okay? So, as an engineer, we are not just satisfied about how to conduct electricity. We want to control, okay? Engineers always want more, okay? So we want to control the conductivity, control the current flow, okay? This is the motherboard from my laptop, okay? So IC will be, so the black region, you can see there are many legs around the region, right? So this is IC. Okay, so there are many black regions, but not all the black region is IC. IC must with many legs. Okay, but it's a pin, not legs. Okay, I'll try to simplify. Okay. So we got enough real examples. So we need to get back our topics, the theoretical part. Okay, so for the part 3, we will introduce how carrier concentration, temperature, doping affect the semiconductor and interpret the carrier concentration and temperature. Temperature is still a factor to affect the conductivity of the semiconductors. Okay, so how? It's not the same change as the metals, so I will explain. And then, of course, we will move on into the devices, the very interesting devices. Okay, but PN junction, for example, PN junction transistors, how can these devices control the current flow? Okay, so before we move on, when we enter to the topics, there's questions for you. How does electrical conductivity change with temperature? Okay, so the correct answer is the C. Okay, metal increase and semiconductor decrease. But we still need to care about others' answers, right? Okay. All right. So, does anyone want to share your answers? Explain your answers. Charlie, you choose A, both metals and semiconductor increase.
I should say because I think the temperature increases and the kinetic of the electrons should also increases and thus increase the conductivity for both metals and semiconductor.
You mean temperature increase? Increase what?
The kinetic energy of the electrons.
Electron. Oh. So these electrons can introduce a level called donor level. Okay. So these energy levels were just below the conduction band. So in a way, you can see the difference, the energy difference between the conduction band and the donor level will be very small, right? Compared to the energy band gap. So if you have the electron, I say introduce many electrons, so electrons here. So you just need to very small energy, then the electron can jump into the excited to the conduction band and cause the conductivity, electricity. Okay? Any questions for you? As a donor level, dopant level is increased, dopant level, so more doping. Would you expect the temperature at which the semiconductor becomes intrinsic or to increase or to remain is essentially the same? Alright, so dielectric materials, the summary for dielectric materials, we learned the dipole from the positive charge and negative charge separation. Polarization aligns the dipoles in the electric field. Okay, so electric field, then the dipole should align again. So align, the electric field, dipole align again means they will change the direction, right? So during the change process, it can cause the heat. So this is the reason why we say dielectric loss, 介电损失. Okay?
What do you like the fluid reactor, just so it's all
different patterns. Okay, so now the pizza time. Okay, so this is 12 inch. Right, so different patterns. This is cylindrical pattern. This is capacitor also. The blue ribbon. It's a different kind of capacitor. Okay, this is a hard disk driver, and this is a magnetic tape. This kind of capacitor is called magnetic storage. And then this said that due to the knowledge given to me from the course you taught me, blah blah blah. Okay, I said that I'm able to choose. He choose kind of steel, carbon steels. This steel he choose this one just he can get it easily. Okay, so it's near him, so he choose the steel, and then try to he set a desired practice. Okay, and try to use the process we learned in material science. Okay, for example, just like this one, they choose a steel and start to like hammer, forging, and also try to heat or try to bending, folding, and so forth. Okay, and then heating, okay, baking or heating, and then do some quenching or oil quenching or some cooling process. Okay, alright. So this will be the his final knife. Okay, but he said that he told me that he made 3 or 4 knives. Okay, but some of them are too brittle to carry. Okay, so he just choose the best one. Okay, he think this is the best one and send me as a gift. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. I'm thinking now that brittle, it should be more stronger. And then I never use this knife for cutting things because I think this I just for the class dance sections because I think I want to keep this as a gift as a memory. Okay, so I never use it. Okay, but that's why you can you can also see there are some textures or you can see patterns on the knife. Okay, so that I will let you know. I will show you videos how to make a knife or even a katana. Do you know katana? It cannot stable on tables or on desks. Okay, so this will be good shape because, for example, you still can stay, right? Okay, even if you will waste some spaces, but compared to the sphere shape, it's still better. Okay, and also for this one, the reason why I say this is disadvantage because you will see there are many edges. Why edges will be the harmful for stress considerations? Yes, very good. Okay, lovely. Okay. So and also, like Jesus said, if you have the corner means that stress concentration regions. This is the first thing. So it may easily be fractures or damage, and also it's difficult to hold. Right? It's not comfortable. Okay. So the shape will be more comfortable. Okay. So this is the reason why engineers try to design the shape. So engineers need to know materials and also need to for design or for the desire. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the material science and calculus joint process sections. So today is the first night and also the special day because the two courses are finally meeting together each other. Okay, but I think you should have met before in Professor Wu's physics class, right? If you really went to class, okay, so you have already met, okay, all right.
Everyone's on conventional glass building way too much energy on cooling. So to fix this, our poster introduced architecture smart glass, which use electric fuel to control line heat. So to be specific, we show how Lewis restore droplets align under applied voltage to switch glass from opaque to transparent. And to be used, we also use Pierre-Lambert law to measure this transmission. And this this technology cut down cooling on energy for brain building. So if you know more about detail, please check out our poster.
Okay. Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why is a Photoshop telling tool is so seamless? Our reporter will explore the hidden math of these tools, and we connect with our calculus concepts, partial derivative and gradients, and using the Paschen equation to mix two pictures perfectly and preserve its original texture. Without this technique, we even can enjoy the special visual movie such as Harry Potter. And if you are interested about what's the secret behind your Photoshop, and come here, and we are so thrilled to discuss it about with you.
One thing to Niobe has 9.7. That's a huge difference. And for storage efficiency, we can learn from physics before, there's always heat loss. Right? For disposing of this one's which door? It has lower. Switch on and off. Mainly because the sheet has all the money. We cannot
I don't understand. 我们是看哪边可以看到好的角度，那我就找到
那稍微解释一下这个丢差，因为刚刚说这个丢差，这个really weird because I think the bear and the order from this video have this function how the AI can create because they're two different in the world.
You know, the diamond, how diamond can be produced. Diamonds are made under pressure, alright? So that means what? Every time you feel struggling or you feel you want to give up, remember, diamonds are made under pressure. So during your learning period, you will experience many, you need to experience many pressures, or you need to struggling with many things, okay? So just tell yourself that I want to be the diamond, so I need to withstand these pressures, okay? Of course, you should balance everything, okay? Be a material science guys. You need to have the crystal structures to be professional, okay? And this one crystal structures, okay? So the diamond will be the diamond crystal structures will be the best poster awards for calculus students, okay? So for the audience choice awards, I will give you the straight line, okay? Even if you're not the best poster awards, but you are on the way to be the diamond, okay? If his group is and can win the best poster award, I will give the diamond pen. Okay. The diamond scribbling pen, but tip of the pen is diamond. So this is called diamond scribbling pen. 钻石切割笔. Okay. So this will be the best poster award for not ITB, for the material science. Okay. All right. So this time it's a real diamond, okay? Just a tip, okay? I want to give you the diamond, but again, I'm just a Google professor. I'm not a TSMC engineer, okay? Alright. So what about the audience? The second prize, second place. Well, this is a tungsten carbide pen, scribe pen. Okay, so the tip is tungsten carbide, not a diamond, no more diamond, okay? I cannot afford many diamonds, okay? Alright, but it's still very hard. If you don't have enough money to purchase the diamond pen, you will use the tungsten carbide pen to cut everything, okay? Okay, so what about it? What about others? We still have the participation award, okay? So what kind of participation award?
Passing grade.
So that we will use. Okay, participation award. Okay, so thank you for your hard work, your teamwork, and professional attitude. Okay, so every group made today's concert sections meaningful and memorable. So I need to like pay back. Okay, so I prepared the chips. Not the chips, potato chips, the chips, okay? So again, I cannot give you the whole pattern wafer. This is the whole pattern wafer, okay? So I can just cut a bit, then everyone can have part of the chips, okay?
So just as what the other two previous judges have said, thank you very much for your presentations. They were really nice. Yeah, and they already said all the compliments. I have no other compliments to give. So just in terms of like the comments, first is to make sure that everything. I think generally all of your posters are very well done. Some caution to take note of quality would be first when choosing the font. Ensure that it should still have the lowercase, especially if your title has the chemical formula, because if it's all caps, then your chemical formula is also all caps, which could be an entirely different molecule or element. That's one thing. Second, I appreciate how all of you added your references at the end, but I think it would also be better if you added in-text citation or like the subscript in your posters to see which one is actually, which information or figures are those that you got from the papers or from the internet, and which ones are actually figures that you made yourself or conclusions and interpretations that actually came from you and not from your references. I think it would be much clearer if you added in-text citation for that one. And yeah, they already who also gave the comment about the confidence, and I think that's something that I would also point out. And aside from that, probably nothing else to comment on. Good job.
Julius Award for campus. Congratulations to all the campus staff. Goes to congratulations to computer science. The Julius Award the best post session award goes to material science class. Goes to
Navigating an intense 24-credit semester taught me that wrestling with intimidating concepts is exactly where true engineering curiosity comes from. This joint activity helped me tackle complex literature reviews from scratch, how to hunt down peer-reviewed papers, decipher integrate graphs, organize references, APA formats, connecting cutting-edge laboratory research directly into practical real-world engineering solutions and applications. Presentations for me are always pretty intimidating, because of the amount of sheer raw data that you have to understand and you have to compile. However, I think that this was an excellent opportunity for me to sharpen those skills, and I am sure I did achieve improving those skills. When I first entered the room and I saw everyone's posters presentations, it was so incredibly interesting to see everybody's sheer talent and everyone's creativity, all the effort that everyone put into their posters. It really was inspiring. To me, all the posters were insanely interesting and useful. From partial derivatives to model accurate gutters, to Taylor series for modeling the forces on a bridge, to what happens below 3 nanometers, how do we get there, to the materials and power lines. It was really difficult to pick just one topic, but my favorite calculus topic was using partial derivatives for Photoshop and the healing tool. I use Photoshop a lot, and millions of people use the healing tool. I don't think any of us realize how calculus is the backbone of this tool. And despite it working like magic, it's not magic, it's just calculus. For material science, I would say scaling below 3 nanometer transistors is my favorite because of how relevant it is to the current state of the industry. And although the presentation was very technical, the presenters were really enthusiastic and they broke down each concept so it's easy to comprehend. Overall, I learned that real engineering applications don't just happen by mastering one field, but by leveraging different concepts across different fields of knowledge. For example, you can create, with material science, a sub 3 nanometer transistor, but you need calculus to understand how that heat dissipation works. You can use Taylor series and calculus to model the forces of a bridge, but you need to understand material science and the mechanical properties of materials of that bridge to actually construct the bridge in real life. So I think it was brilliant to have both calculus and material science presentations together in one room to show how they both play a role in each other. Choosing to push through such a demanding semester made me truly live out my dad's advice, which has always been to finish what you start, despite it being hard to continue sometimes. But the fact that I sustained such the excitement and interest, even though I was drowned in schoolwork, is the truest proof of how much I value this course and evidence of your contagious love for learning and curiosity. What, to me, makes this class most unforgettable is how you bridge in the gap between the theory and the real world. For example, to celebrate the conclusion of the course, you gave both your calculus and material science real silicon dies with actual architecture printed on it. This is truly one of my most valuable possessions now. And you even went a step further and you gave the awards of Best Poster Award a diamond scribe, which it's still surreal to believe that I hold in my possession. I still to this day hold the diamond structure that you gave last semester for the presentation. And these three are genuinely the three coolest things in my possession. Definitely things that I will hold on for the rest of my life. They are genuinely special. And your care for us goes just way beyond the curriculum. From a personal experience, last semester I recall, and I will never forget, I ended up missing a TA session. And I didn't think much of it, but you still approached me and you noticed and you just checked in if I was okay. And in a large university setting, having a professor who truly sees you as an individual makes the world of a difference. So for that and for so much fruitful learning this past year, I really want to thank you.